Hey, how's it going, guys, and welcome back to another RC in Motion video. Today we have a semi-tech Tuesday, I guess, if you want to call it that. But I was working on my 8 scale buggy, and I realized that I haven't worked on it in a while, and here's some bits and pieces, as you can see here. But the main concern right now is the differentials. Now, for these 8 scale buggies and 4-wheel drive 10 scale short course trucks, is kind of the same concept. What I enjoy doing is after every race, or after give or take 3 months, I usually take apart the diffs, which are these, and I like to maintenance them. And the way I maintenance them is that I loosen up the screws the night before, let the oil settle down, so that way I can do an assessment of which one was leaking, or which one was likely the most to soak up some oil, or if my setup needs any changing. Today I'm going with a 7,000 for the front, 5,000 for the middle, and for some slippage in the back we have some 3,000. So what I do is I take apart the diff cases, I clean them out, take out the bearings, clean out the bearings, and make sure everything's clean. And like I said, I let them sit overnight, and then I'll take them apart. Now we're gonna take one apart just so you guys can see what I'm working with, pretty much. So let's take one apart here, and let's fast forward this process because it's tedious. Okay, so now we have taken it off, so we're going to go ahead and try to pry this off. And again, this is the gear set for the associated RC8.2E. And as you can see here, the fluid is still clear, which is a good sign. You can still see it's still a bit clear. It's a good sign, but I can tell the levels are low. They're really low, actually. So we're going to go ahead and replace this oil. And the way I do it is I take out these cross pins and these spider gears, and I want to check those gears. Okay, so you want to check for any type of pitting, any type of wear marks that usually occur within the diffs. And I can see a little bit of, oh, never mind, that's just a little piece of shaving of something. But yeah, you want to take them out, and you want to do your assessment. So you want to assess, you do the same with the main gear here. You want to take it out, and you want to do the same for all the gears. Once you've assessed and checked, you want to recheck your seals. You take apart this main gear, you take out this bearing, and there should be some seals under there, so you want to take those out as well. And you want to clean that area up. As you can see, that's the purpose of a seal, to keep most of the junk outside. So you want to clean up that area, and clean up that area, and do the same for the diff case. So you gotta make sure we take that one out, and we do the same thing. We check for any wear and tear, pitting. But because I usually maintenance these diffs a lot, I mean, I don't have to do that much work, and plus in the inside it looks fairly decent. So you want to do that, and you want to make sure you just wring out all of that diff fluid. Right now you can see it's pretty low, so I'm gonna have to wring it all out. And once it's done and clean, we can go ahead and fill it up, and I'll show you how to do that. It is always important to make sure you check your diff case, because this is very important. This is what holds, obviously, your diff fluid, like we have here. But there's one thing I want you guys to take note. Some diffs may have it, some diffs may not, but in this case it does. Here's an extra seal that is on this cup here that goes inside the differential. So you want to make sure that seal is seated properly, it's not torn or anything. And you want to pay close attention to that, because that's another seal that prevents your oil from dripping out. So what I like doing is taking some of this 7000 and actually just lubing up the seal and lube that area, and then I like to seat the seal, and that makes for a good seal. There we go. Now as I put in this pin, you really can't see it. Let me try to focus it here. But as I pushed it in, it pushed down that seal and that shim, and some fluid actually came back up. So that tells me there's a good seal. We can set in this gear. We just drop it in, make sure it's seated. There we go. Now there's one thing to note. I've noticed on my other gears as well, my short course, they do include these shims on the end of these spider gears. You really can't see them because they're real thin, but let me pop one off. You want to make sure those are actually still on there when you install them back inside your differential. We're not going to insert them. Some people like inserting them. I like to fill it up at the bottom just to see where I'm at. So I'll fill it out. I'll fill it out about 25%. Put them on their little track here. I want to make sure that position is set properly. Okay. Push those down in there. We give them a little spin. Pull them up to the top of the gears to where I can see the fluid. Now you take your main gear or your other gear here, and you just push down. So it looks like we need just a tiny bit more fluid. So as you push down, it'll give you a kind of a reference as to where you need to be. So that being said, we need a little bit more fluid. Let's go ahead and line up here the screws, the screw holes, and then we can push in that gear without having any blowouts. The way I like doing this or putting in these screws is that I'll start putting them halfway, and then I'll do like I usually do with my bead locks. I'll just do like a cross pattern. That way they are installed and tightened down evenly. Well, this is a personal preference. This is up to you. If you want to do it just for the next time you go to rebuild your diff, you know what fluid you have. Right here on the side we can write 7K. That way we know that in this diff there's 7,000 weight diff oil or diff fluid. So now that we have that one, we can go ahead and do the rest just how we did them. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like always, rate, comment, subscribe, guys. I want to thank everybody for supporting this channel. So stay tuned for more future Tech Tuesdays videos. I'm going to do the rest off camera, but I'm not going to show you guys. I already showed you this one, which was a pain in the butt. But hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you. Till the next one.